So we're doing a couple of projects last time around. So last week, here in Oxygen Not Included, we were expanding the dupe bedroom. So we built another layer here and made some room for more layers. We made the start of a new Great Hall. Your casual of 10. Yeah, I'm just beginning my Fortnite journey. I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere, but I've played 5 unranked no build whatchamacallits. I have won 3 out of the 5, but probably just beginner's luck. So we got our industrial bricks. We got a couple of steam rooms. No builds to go. Yeah. I figured it would be honestly easier to pick up too. It's what I've been watching recently. But I figured it would be easier to pick up that rather than trying to introduce also building stuff in the middle of it. So we got places. We got places here. We have. All right, we were building our petroleum processing. You play maybe 200 hours a year of Fortnite, and chicken dinners be regular. I mean, it's for me. It you know, winning stuff is nice, right? But it would be a long road. Pretty sure you're pretty low in the something. I don't know what a yellow stands for. I feel like I should. Something to do with leaderboard, right? But I'm not sure what that means. We have so much regolith accumulated on our blast doors. MMR match making rating? Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I'll probably chip away a little bit at a time, see where it goes. See if I can get good at that. It's not really I play mostly games like this more, you know, things that I can pause. Usually single player things that I can pause and think and take my time at, rather than first person shooters and those sorts of things. But like I started playing Cyberpunk again last Wednesday and got that going, and that's, I mean, I guess you can technically pause that in a single player, but that's not really the approach I want to take with that either. Okay, so I think everything is in a good place here where I can unpause. If I get out of, there we go. And we'll just let dupes do their thing. Shadow Warrior 3, you started that yesterday and love it. I've not heard of that. I think. So we have the normal flooding notification. We have some broken buildings, but we're replacing that with heavy wire. So what we were doing last time was we're building an area to process crude oil into petroleum, and we need that to be able to fuel our rocket. And so I had set up all the piping. This reminds you of barotrauma. I've heard of that. I think I heard someone talking about it not too long ago, but that's not a game that I have played. Is that like is it in similar style? Is it like with are you familiar with Oxygen Not Included? Goonie, is it alright if I call you Goonie? Kind of. Alright, we got a principal. You are not. Sure. Alright, okay, so Oxygen Not Included is kind of a colony management kind of game where you start off in some like asteroid. Something has happened, and there is actually like lore and backstory that you can learn as you progress through the game, especially like the first time. And you start off with 3 of these dupes. So they're little people. And they have different attributes, different interests and traits. Some good, some bad. And right now I'm just gonna... I don't see anything really super good there. But you start off with 3 initially. I can hold up 3. And you start off with the printing pod in the middle of an asteroid. And over time, you build research stations and supercomputers, and you do research to unlock new technologies. You need to provide for oxygen and electricity and water and waste processing and better living accommodations. The dupes have like morale as well, and that's what caps their ability to like learn new skills, is their morale. So like if we look at, I don't need to pause for this. If we look at skills, very similar to Borrowed Trauma, but it's like Borrowed Trauma is a miniature version of this. Okay. So like I have a bunch of dupes here, and we can look at like Amari here. Amari has all these different skills that I've unlocked, the ones that are kind of reddish, because those are the ones that she is interested in, or ones that I just want all the dupes to have, like exosuit wearing, so they can wear Atmos suits and go around. And you can see here the red, so this is the morale need, and you need this green bar to be above this, where they build up stress, and when they hit 100 stress, it leads to bad things. I think it can eventually kill the dupe. Looks like you had a typo on that command. A clink. I don't even know what a clink is. I don't know what most Pokemon are, but I enjoy having the Pokemon community game. Yeah, and so the game progresses from there until you know. Yeah. Hey, Foxy. Glad you can make it. So in-game bases I've seen are just like completely dug out. Like the whole planetoid, you know, so the like starting asteroid or the other asteroids in your little solar system, just like completely eaten up, and you just have like one of the concepts in the game is the idea that you have these recurring resources or renewable resources in the form of oh, I think I'm in the middle of an autosave. In the form of these geysers or iron volcanoes and other kinds of volcanoes that emit resources. I think this one's about to erupt. Yeah, just a few seconds. So one of the things you want to do, there we go. I also set up the email cloud so we can see that on stream. There we go. So it's erupting with iron, which is quickly solidifying, and then we have some auto sweepers that are sweeping it and cooling it and exchanging heat, and then we have a steam turbine that's using the heat from the steam to make electricity, and then this is a little complicated, but you do things like this to be able to get resources once you dig all of the materials. There's also resources in space, I think. So this is something I'm less experienced with, but you have like these asteroid fields. I think some of this stuff is renewable too. You can send rockets out to collect stuff from space. But the planetoids are not renewable except for like the volcanoes and geysers. So back before... So there's a few different ways of, you know... You could essentially play this maybe forever. And so far, I think things have been going pretty well. I've been kind of taking it pretty easy with this colony, because this is the furthest I've really gotten in an Oxygen Not Included game. Still waiting for the wire to be built there. In terms of like, I'd never built a rocket in Oxygen Not Included. This has the Spaced Out DLC as well, which has the... you've never played Dwarf Fortress, but it seems like... I have played Dwarf Fortress a little bit. I've not played the Steam version yet, but the text version. And similar but different. I mean, I've been calling it like a colony simulator sort of thing. So it's kind of like RimWorld is another game. Although different graphical style, more top-down, different scale. and this, and Dwarf Fortress, and those sorts of things. It's a it's a management game, and there's also other gameplay elements in there as well. So right now we're basically just waiting for the wiring to be built here so that we can have power. And then what I needed to figure out was how to get power into this box without leaking. So we have a vacuum. If you look at the gas overlay, also there's a bunch of map modes that show you all sorts of different things in this, which is great. So this is an absence of gas. You can see like there are layers of polluted oxygen and oxygen. More interesting gases over here, like here's some hydrogen. Here's some chlorine tucked in here. We got carbon dioxide over here. But this box I set up so that there's nothing in it. There's no gas in it at all. And what I want to do is I want to keep it that way. Because in Oxygen Not Included, you can build these oil refineries. And the oil refineries will emit natural gas as a byproduct. And what I want to do is I want to collect the natural gas and only have natural gas with the gas pump and pump it into my gas storage, wherever that is. Well, it would be up here. It's empty right now, but this is where we're storing natural gas. So to do that, I need to get power into the box, and there's some restrictions on that. So I'm using this heavy watt wire because it transmits, it can carry a lot of power, up to 20 kilowatts, versus normal wire. Normal wire can go through like tiles, through walls, but it can only carry 1,000 watts, and we're gonna need more than that just for like the oil refinery, let alone extra stuff. So I want to put in this heavy watt joint plate. Here we go. Marksy has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. I guess you finally made one of my streams. Welcome, welcome. You got some hype. You got the founder's badge as well. You made it. There you go. Now we're just missing the Martinator and we'll have the full crew. Hello. Alright, so how am I building this? So I could... What if I just broke this tile? And I could build in this tile. If I broke those two tiles, I could... I guess that would be good enough. And I can extend the wall out to give coverage. Yeah, we're going to do that. So I'll at least deconstruct that and that. What are you guys up to? Trying to eat an asteroid. Very slowly. Right? So, good old Oxygen Not Included for a couple hours tonight. Excited about tomorrow morning. There's always one dude that's getting food poisoning. What's up with that? Alright, so that's built. Let's get heavy watt joint plate right there. Yeah, it has to be there. And then, oh right. So the problem is, if we do that, okay, how's this gonna work? Okay, this is not too bad. No, it's yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So we're gonna wall this in. We'll have a little bit of gas in this tile. We'll let the gas in and we'll pump it out. That still is not totally ruining everything because it's only a little bit of gas, right? Is there a different way I can do this? So the issue is that when you put it in the heavy watt joint plate, the end on here... Hold on. Is that true? Like, this tile here has gas in it, right? Yeah. It has oxygen. So there is gas there. Ah, that sucks. Okay. So... yeah, drop a tiny amount of any liquid in the... yeah, so... like, put a drop of the liquid here. That would ensure there's no gas there. Yeah, I think you're right. That will work. Let's imagine that I've done that before. I don't normally put little droplets of liquid. Also, that ladder's in the way. Okay, we'll just keep going. But yeah, that's a good idea. Welcome also, Wally, to the chat. And thank you for the follow. Hope your Friday's been going well. We've got a few more people here. Hello. Goody says, I'm just taking a time out. Gotta put some foods in the belly for my last antibiotic. Alright. Well, thanks for coming by. Hopefully it's something good. Alright, so... oh, you're still here? Okay. Ah. Cool, cool. There's spot bombs here. And this is still not enough room, is it? How much room do I need? Is it... I mean, I'm pretty sure it's only too tall. Was it delayed response to Marcy? What are you guys up to? Oh, I see. Yeah. Sorry. Sometimes it's hard to follow chat. He builds underground cities where people have to drink poison water and have murder gas everywhere. I mean... oh, yeah. Let's look at that place. We haven't even looked at that this stream. This is fine. I mean... that's what you do, listen to him walking around making dinner? Okay. I'm in your ear, Foxy. Wherever you go, I'm in your ear. Sounds a little unhinged, but... look, I just gave them a lot of stuff to do. Although, honestly... I think... they're pretty close to... oh yeah, right. So I think last time around, I had set them to like pick up all of the stuff that was in the infinite storage and haul it, like sweep it. So they were just like looping, moving everything. But yeah, this place is not so great. So this is our swamp asteroid, and we've been pumping in fresh oxygen over here. But before, it was just full of polluted oxygen. Now it's mostly not. Sure, there's a little hydrogen, but that's fine. They'll be okay. Sure, there's a lot of natural gas, but that's because we have a flatulent tube that we sentence to live over here. So we have Pay and Stinky live here in the swamp and are slowly cleaning things up and doing things, and we'll eventually improve the situation here, I guess. Maybe if we have some other dupes that are good that are also flatulent, we can send them over here. Maybe that could be an extra natural gas supply. Send the dupes we don't care about over there, or we don't like. Alright, so, I'm not sure what's going on. I think we have to deconstruct this tile as well to build the bottle into here, so we'll give that a shot. We're doing other stuff too. What's this? Oh, there's some liquid nuclear waste there. I'm sure that's fine. We can mop it up. It's just a little nuclear waste. It's no big deal. See? It's fine. Let's go ahead and sweep that. Priority 9. So, I was trying to figure out, I don't know if it was last stream or the stream before, but I would trigger the, like, I would tell them to mop the nuclear waste, and then I would go on and do something else, and I'd look back, and it would just still be there, but the mop was not, the mop water wasn't there anymore. What I learned was that, yeah, nuclear waste After you mop it up and it goes in that little barrel thing, the barrel then dissolves. You gotta sweep it pretty quickly. You can also use the move to command to put the water there. Can you? Like a bottle of water? I think I have some. 30 grams is a pretty small amount. Pause for a second while I figure this out. So we want to put a droplet here, yeah? Wait, no, I did. Oh, I see. There's some salt water. How much salt water? 33 grams. Could we move it to there? Give it a shot. Thank you for the suggestion, Wally. All right, and then we empty it. Okay, I've not done this before, but this might work. And I guess that would have made the other stuff unnecessary. Also, a Crawbler appears in chat. Someone wants to try to catch it. Let me make sure this works, and then we can build the thingamajig. Actually, if I'm going to do this, cancel empty. Let's dig out this tile too. There you go. Yeah, I gotta do something with my Pokemon in PCG at some point. I have been doing a few battles with them, but I need to do more. Alright, so we're gonna deconstruct this. I'm gonna cancel that for now. We'll put the droplet of water here, so I can kind of embed this inside the wall. The heavy watt wall plate. So I think all of our piping is done. Yeah. No, I decided I was going to. That's not where I want to put the droplet. I want to put the droplet in one further. I decided, so I can move the heavy watt plate one closer. So this still won't breach our vacuum. So I'm just going to move it over one. There we go. Ah, you got it. Yeah, in the original plan, I was going to put the heavy watt plate here. And so the droplet would have needed to be there, but I'm going to move it all over one since I thought better of it. Yep. Alright, so I don't need to be paused. So we're going to have, we got our pipe set up with crude oil coming from way down below, going into the oil refinery, whatever this is called. Petroleum comes out. We have a storage. Oh yeah, and we were working on this. Right. So, okay, so this one is ready to go. We just need to reroute this and disconnect this, and then build a bridge. That was what we were working on last time, and we were waiting for all the pipes to get in place so we could, like, in a single, you know, while the game was paused, reroute this to plan out the bridge. And so the petroleum is going to get sent through the circuitous path, through all of this nonsense, all the way up to the surface to make it to some pipes that haven't been built yet. Why aren't these pipes? It says it's unreachable. Why unreachable? Oh, there's an ice tile there. And we have polluted water. So we're going to keep on getting ice here. as that freezes. It's unfortunate, but I guess we're going to purify that water via freezing. So there's that. Okay. Okay, so we're going to move this on over. So the main priority now is to get that petroleum going, which we need power for. And the purpose of that, getting said petroleum, is to be able to fuel the rocket and get us going with getting more data packs and doing more exploration so we can do more research. And the purpose of that, kind of the... what are we even doing here, right? So, I mean, this is kind of a sandbox game. You can make your own goals. There are some goals that come with the game. I don't exactly intend... I mean, we could keep on playing this world and, you know, the save continue indefinitely, right? Until it grinds to a halt from having too many dupes or whatever. But it would be cool to achieve... they have to be on the tile to empty, so you have to destroy the tile above. Okay, good to know. I guess we would figure out that it was not happening soon enough. Well, eventually. Oh, why is that down there? But anyway, as I was saying, build a great monument for this home sweet home. This is kind of a baked-in win condition. There's other things that we can do, and we may pursue those goals as well. But it's nice to be able to, like, say, okay, we achieved something, to be able to then evaluate, do we want to keep on playing this, or do we take a break from it to do something else? I've been playing this on Fridays for a good long while, and I'm not tired of it or anything, but it's nice to be able to have kind of a play, you know, some kind of thing that says, okay, we've achieved something. So the Great Monument is something we have to unlock research for. So all this stuff, I mean, I've made petroleum several times, but this other stuff I have not really done before, like building rockets and going to other planetoids with them, and I've never made the monument, but here's some research we need to do to be able to do that. So that's kind of a, that's kind of what we're working towards right now, is petroleum to rocket to research to Great Monument or monument sections, and then I think we have to have a bunch of materials to do it. I don't really know, honestly. That's as far... I've not, like, done any research on it or anything. I just decided that's what I was going to do. So we're gonna see how that plays out. All right, so yeah, they've not... It looks like the cancel, the empty's still there. So yeah, let's remove the insulated tile. So we see here red downtime. So I think last time I renamed all the schedules to go based off of, I have a schedule per like row of bedrooms. So we have red, green, and blue schedules, and then one for the other planetoid that's just called Stinky, and then a just work schedule that we're not using, and a rocket schedule for the rocket. Alright, and of course I left a lot of room here for additional oil refineries. We're just going to have one for now. Should be fine to get us some petroleum. Obviously we have had some petroleum. There's a liquid reservoir down at the bottom that has some. But I figured it would be good to set up something more permanent in a place that will be easier for the dupes to get to. Alright, what are we gonna print here? Interesting. You don't really see two things that have two like care packages and two dupes. So that's pretty cool. Checking in on the time. Okay, so oxyfern seeds are cool, but I don't really care about that. We're not in a place where I'm too concerned about that. Although at some point we... Oh yeah. A certain someone, I think that was last Friday's stream, was saying that they should show me something about mechanical gas separation. Yeah, it's a little under oxygen pressure. Yeah, there's some problems. So maybe well, I don't want to take this dupe anyway. Unless I want to send them over to the other place. Which germ resistant might be good for. But plus 10 athletics, we could do better. Plus 13, it's not bad, but then minus 3 agriculture. We have infinite iron, so I'll take the oxyfern seed. It might be useful later. How many electrolyzer setups am I using? So I have my original spawn here with 2 electrolyzers. That does work. See, it's working. And I think we're not having any problems getting water to it either. And then on the far right of the map, we have another with 4 additional electrolyzers. So we have a total of 6 that I think are operating pretty continuously. So at least for the ones, the spam over here, the full Rodriguez spam, or my variation of it, we have infinite gas storage that we can route any excess to. So this is going continuously, and I think we have no problems getting water over here either. One thing that I have noticed is we have been getting occasionally some hydrogen in the oxygen. Watch, it'll not happen while I'm looking, but occasionally we'll see hydrogen come over, which is why when we look at the new section of the base, when I opened up the top of the old top of the base, yeah, you can see here, where's this hydrogen coming from? It got leaked in, and it's accumulating up here, and we've been filtering it out. Hey, Death Row Gamer, how's it going? How's it going? Stream's over. I hope your Lethal Company session was came to a good conclusion. The colony's doing okay. We were just talking about. You wrapped up earlier. Cool. We're just talking about the situation with the level of oxygen. I mean, I think it's improving. It's not great. You can see here we're getting oxygen in. The problem is that I think that maybe it was last stream at the beginning of. I left the CO2 pump. Oh wow, those are my first bits. Well, I'm not gonna say what Marxy says, but thank you for the bits. Yeah, you are the first. Did we get the little? There should have been like little. I don't know. Were there little fireworks things? Maybe I did set that for bets. I'll have to check. I definitely set up some of the celebration stuff. Maybe not everything. There were. Awesome. Great. Hopefully not too annoying. But Twitch was like, hey, you should set this up. So, great. That's exciting. Well, let's not let me get completely derailed. We were working on petroleum. We were working on getting a dollop of salt water in place, and there it is, to be able to set up our petroleum setup, to be able to get petroleum for a rocket so we can launch and do research so that we can eventually do the monument. Yeah, so all the things. Right, so power. Heavy watt joint plate. I have so much gold amalgam. Wait. Now I can... Yeah, I can't make it out of iron, so I'll use gold amalgam. We'll drop that right there. What does salt water do? Well, you think that would be bad, right? But the whole point is that it ensures there's no gas there, right? If there's a liquid in the tile, there's not a gas there, which means that we can build this up. And we can open up this side. And there won't be gas in there to leak into the vacuum. So this is all vacuumed. And I don't want to ruin my vacuum. But it's pretty tricky because I didn't think to have the heavy watt joint plate when I built the outer wall of this. So if I would have thought of that first, I would have built the whole thing with the heavy watt joint plate in place. Actually, that might have been a problem too, because then I would have had like an air spot that I wouldn't have been able to get rid of by... So the way I vacuumed this out was I filled this whole thing with tiles all the way up to this tile, and it destroyed all the gas, right? So I didn't have to vacuum out all of this. But if I would have built the heavy watt joint plate, there would have been a spot that I could not put a tile in that would have had gas in it. And so that would have been a problem too. I would have needed to do something like this there anyway. And it doesn't need to be saltwater, it could be anything. You got a little over 100 hours in Oni, so I'm still learning basics. Yeah, how many hours do I have in Oni? A lot. I'm curious, it's not a lot. Y'all can't see that either, which is good. You don't need to see all my silly games that I have in Steam. I am at 188 hours over the course of several years. 188. And an Iggly buff, whatever that is, appears in chat. If anyone wants it. Alright, so we're going to wait for the heavy watt joint plate to get built. Foxy wants it. And then we'll build this in. Yeah. No, I was hanging out in Hugmatic's stream earlier as well. I was watching like 3 streams this evening. And that was one of them. And they were playing EU4. And that's a game I have a lot of hours in. I have like something like 2,400 hours in Europa Universalis 4. And it's a game I still want to get back to, but it's not a game that really fits the theme of the channel. I'm audio only for a bit while making me and the kid some food. Alright. Well, let me zoom in here so you can hear more awesome game sounds. The audio, you know, just like the sounds of the dupes and the mechanisms and everything is really great in this. Wally says, I have 800 hours of this game and over 700 on Don't Starve single player. Feel like Clay, it's stealing their soul. Oh, you got it, Foxy. Nice. Yeah, I play Don't Starve and Don't Starve together a little bit. Not too much. I never got really too far into it, but the art style on Clay's games is great. So, worth mentioning, I see we have a few people here. So tomorrow, there's going to be an extra stream. So, I think around 11 o'clock my time, so 11 o'clock US Pacific, whatever that is and whatever time zone you're in. Myself and Foxy Blue, who's in the chat, and Marksy, who was here earlier, I don't know if he's still around, and the Martinator 0019, and maybe others, are going to be getting together and doing some Lethal Company. Trying that out. I've not really played it. I've seen some people, including Death Row Gamer, and some other people that I follow and follow me play. Alright, I think I'm ready to deconstruct these tiles now. We're going to get a little water dropping out, but we can mop that up. Yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine. And then we can finally get this thing going. We could probably start building the wire. Build that down there. And across there. Alright. So yeah, probably, I don't know how long we're going to be playing, you know, a few hours, due to scheduling constraints. We're we're spanning from like UTC minus, what am I, -7, -8, all the way through UTC. So GMT, whatever you prefer. Alright, they decided they were going to build that, but not deconstruct the other. Alright, whatever. Here's a thought. The heavy wall wire, does it, it doesn't have an overheat temperature. It has a melting point, but we're not going to hit that. No, it'd be fine. Okay. They can't reach. Normally it says that it's inaccessible. They can't reach. Yeah, but that is like 3 tiles away. What am I going to do about that? I could deconstruct the gas pump. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Alright, bye gas pump. Let's rebuild it over here. I don't think I really need it specifically there, so we'll just build it over there. It's still steel, which is good. Downside of doing that, though, is that... Nah, it's fine. Alright, and then we'll build some more ladders, so the dudes can get properly close. Thanks for the callouts. It's appreciated. Yeah, dang, I got that. I didn't even see that you misspelled it. If you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have noticed. There we go. Alright, cool. We got a little dollop of salt water. Maybe I'll just leave that there. That's not going to cause any problems, I'm sure. I guess it's the same if it goes this way versus this way, so I'll do that. And I'll get the gas pipe going over as well. We'll be all set to do this thing. Except, if this heats up, there is a problem. When this room heats up, because it will probably heat up a bit, because this is going to be emitting natural gas, then we could vaporize the salt water. And then we have steam as well. But it's unreachable. I think it'll be reachable if we put another ladder there. Let's try that. I don't want to hook up the oil refinery and start emitting potentially hot natural gas until we get rid of the liquid. I think they can't heat up to a boil. I mean, what is the temperature of the... Like, it emits natural gas and it produces heat. So I think the heat can go into the natural gas. Oh, there we go. It says it'll be at least 75 C or hotter if the input materials are hotter. What is the temperature of the incoming crude oil? Yeah, 60 C. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. So that's still not reachable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct the tile under it. This won't cause any problems. Oil and water doesn't mix. Even salt and water. There we go. And then I can mop that, definitely. Let's also sweep up steel. There you go, there you go. In fact, where's K? There's K. Let's get all this stuff swept up before we do anything else. Right, we don't have anywhere for the salt water to go, so we'll just move it over there. Yeah, the room is going to be around 75 C. Yeah. Well, we already, you know. sorted out the salt water, so it's fine. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be too hot for a couple reasons. Well, for one reason, really, because we're going to be pumping out all the natural gas that's being produced. So we should hopefully be able to, like, keep this out of vacuum anyway. And I did make this out of steel, right? I think it'll be fine. Like, whatever heat this produces is going to get conducted away in the natural gas, and then we pump out the natural gas, and that cools it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just get this going. Because I think we should be in a good place. And if I did this right, this should be connected to our pipe that's going into our infinite natural gas storage, which right now is empty again. It's good to keep some natural gas in the room to keep atmosphere. What do we care about atmosphere? Potentially for heat conduction. If so, we could have a gas, like a pressure sensor. It's somewhere in here. Maybe under ventilation. No, it's under automation, I think. I'm just, yeah, atmo sensor. We could have an atmo sensor. I'll just build it anyway, even if we don't end up caring about it. It'll be there if we do. And I don't think this stuff overheats, like the automation stuff. What about the atmo sensor? Doesn't seem to say that it does. I mean, it has a melting point, but we're not going to hit 375C. There we go. In the meantime, yeah, you can see we have natural gas. So the natural gas, it's not a lot, right? And it's only 42C. So the oil refinery, 97, 98. It is warming up. New principles are available. All right, so how are we dealing on time? Oh, okay. So let's do this. Are there any really good dupes here? So this is like 10, 13, another 3 creativity, but small bladder, noodle arms, so that -3 there. So it's like plus 13 overall. Like I don't have any, I have enough dupes now that I don't really have any specific needs. So my thinking here is just like if we have something, a dupe with really good stats, we take him. Otherwise, we don't. I'm not in a rush to get a bunch of dupes. So I'm just looking for the best dupes. So I'm going to take the curative tablet. And with that, let that process. And let's take a quick look here. And then we're going to take a break for a few minutes so I can refill my water. And ads are going to run as well, just so that we don't have pre-roll ads for people joining. And after the break, more oxygen not included. Let's see if this actually... Okay, good. Ooh, decent. We'll have to look at maybe setting up outfits for the dupes. Ooh, sketchy funky. I'm very interested in any ideas folks have for things we could do with the base. Other kind of like intermediate objectives. Obviously we have like, oh, we're going to build this monument. What else are we going to do? What else could we do? What should we do next? All ideas are welcome. Doesn't mean everything is going to happen.